It's Friday, and to the glory of God, we have come to another last day, working day in the week, and it's the glory of God today, the 16th of August 2024, and we're just so grateful. Thank God. Yesterday I said the best thing you can say to yourself, or even to appreciate God's grace, is when you wake up in the morning, just say, Lord, thank you. So how many people have you said thank you to this morning? Especially God, most especially. You deserve to say that. He deserves it because he has given you life. And that life is what we are seeing this morning. You can see me, and you are there to tune in to Galaxy Television. The program is Family and Values. I hope you've been having a wonderful week. Earlier this morning when I was coming, I just found out that there were queues at certain fuel stations. And I'm like, God, over to you. We will always go through. Yeah. Do you understand that? Yeah, once in a while I'll be bringing my value of mother tongue, just like Joy will be doing the same thing, so that we'll start understanding what it means to have value when it comes to family, our culture, our background, where we're coming from, our heritage. It goes a long way. We should not let it go. My name is and I'm welcoming you to today's episode of Family and Values. So, Joy, I know you are so elated this morning because it's another Friday, and it's not just another Friday, it's just one of those Fridays that you always say, thank God, thank God. You want to escape from us. I pray one day President will just say, Joy, you are coming on Saturday, you're coming on Sunday, and you're on Monday. So take notes. I hope somebody is listening.
Holy Spirit, intervene! When you go on 7 days dry fasting to start some underground prayer.
Oh my God!
I said yes, it's just a day to Friday, and of course I'm excited. Yes, it's Friday. It's Friday, and Joy is always very excited. I'm always very happy. Now, disclaimer, I'm not part of those that will be doing mother tongue language with Olori. Let me just say, before people start coming for me, just speak your language. I have multiple languages I can speak.
Just speak that one. Greet us. Okay, greet us in your dialect this morning. To the honor of our people, our viewers out there, we will be looking forward to hearing you. When they hear you speak that language, you come out natural and I say, wow, seriously? You understand?
This is a big setup. I'm going to put Olori to shame. So now I was born and brought up in Cross River State. I'm not a Calabar girl. I'm from Cross River State. But I'm going to greet everyone in the general Calabar language, which everybody can relate. Whether you are Kwaivom, you're Calabar, you can relate, which is Mesierende. Mesere means good morning to everyone. Abadie, Pobadie. Yes, Abadie means how are you?
Beautiful she sounds.
How is things going on?
You start speaking your language every morning.
My mother tongue, the one my parents actually gave us, is Aploka, Wulide, and Wulitauta. So I tried. Okay, my name is Princess Joy. Welcome to Family Values on Galaxy Television, where we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Please download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. Yes, please. Lori has been giving us all the channels you can actually watch us on. So please, if you have Star Times, go to your Star Times station. You'll see us there, definitely. I used to say, when you see these beautiful faces, it's time for Family and Values. And today is Friday. We are keeping it cool and calm, please. I don't want stress. I say, I'm a soft life, baby girl life this weekend. Invite me for that one day. I'm available. Officially, I'm telling you now, I'm available. That one there. But please, don't carry me to traffic-prone area. Just book my booth, I'll be there. Yes. So yes. Welcome to the show. Sit down. It promises to be very, very educative and exciting. Like I used to say, Fridays we just keep it down and make you relax into the weekend. So enjoy the show. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, even as we enjoy the show, there is one beautiful thing about language. I'll still go back to it. She said she's going to put me on a hot spot. I will, by the grace of God, I will definitely make it. Just try me. I tell you, I will surely have a safe landing.
You're thinking, you're me now. Do you know? Anyway.
No, put me on that. I'm waiting for that hotspot too. One day we're going to put our viewers to on a hotspot. So get ready and please save our number. Save it. It's the same number that goes through all our programs from family and values to Sabi Boys to the WhatsApp to Women Corner to Buzz to our news. Just same number, and it goes a long way. I tell you, you will not regret having that number. Also, when you have breaking news or information for us, you can always send it across, and it goes a long way. Now, today being Friday, Joy, today being Friday, tell me, what are you up to this week?
First, let me give a better shout out to Mr. Nathaniel. Now, he told me something. He said his driver's license had expired, and I was thinking, okay. And then I said, you don't know, today's my birthday. Okay, so now, Mr. Nathaniel, happy birthday to you. Wishing you the very best. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Nathaniel. I don't know you. God's blessings. Yes. Talking about Friday, I've said it. I want soft girl life, baby girl life. Underline that word, baby girl, soft girl. So this weekend, nobody should. Okay, how do you feel when you see someone calls you my baby, and the person is not loaded? I call everybody around me that I love my baby, especially my female friends. Most of them, they don't call them. I'm talking about the opposite sex now, calling you my baby, and the person doesn't have money. Please carry your baby and face front. So that's what I was waiting for. Like this. Okay, so the person I'm talking about knows himself. Don't call me your baby when you cannot afford this baby. What it takes for this baby to be your baby, you need to be expensive to know. It may not even actually be expensive, but at least you must be able to handle certain things when it comes to this baby for you to be able to call her your baby, because you can handle the baby things that she's babying and you can see and admire. So I started my rap. Anyway, it's time for us to go for our mini feature, because today, thank God it's Friday, we're going to have a splendid time because we have our guests, like Joe will say, handsomely seated, and we want to trust today. Yeah, I'm talking about baby. I'm going somewhere. We are going to see that baby stuff, why the baby and the simplicity of that baby should be minimalized. I'll be right back. Let's go for this mini feature. We'll be back. God, it's Friday, the 16th of August. This morning we're looking at embracing minimalistic lifestyle. Embracing minimalistic lifestyle. And what are these minimalistic lifestyle? What are the things that it entails? We'll also be looking at finding joy in simplicity. I thought it's not the Princess Joy Abu that is here. Finding joy. You know, joy is something that should last. It should last. While happiness is something that goes and comes. It comes occasionally, a time whether you're expecting it or not. But in this situation, we have our guests in the house. Our guest is none other than Dr. Kayode Joseph Adeogun. He is a leadership coach, a public speaker, and a career coach as well. And this man here, you see him, he looks like a small boy, but he's an elderly man. Because I can see grey. I can see grey. But anyway, we have many people that have grey, but yet they are young. Good morning. It's so good to have you in our beautiful fellowship.
Good morning, Olori.
Ladies on your right and on your left, like a kabiesi.
The only man standing.
Like a kabiesi.
Yeah, I'm happy to have beautiful ladies.
Before you're happy, there's a tradition. I used to collect something from mom.
They have come.
That it's here.
They have come.
So I've looked at you from head to toe.
You've assessed me.
I've assessed you, and what I can pick is going to be your wristwatch. So please, do
baby wristwatch.
Yes, maybe after the show, just kindly hand it
over. So when you say you like something on someone, when you say you like something on someone, that person start telling you, disqualifying that quality of that thing, or breaking it down. Oh my God, it's a smartwatch.
I started by saying something.
Now smartwatch.
I started by saying something. I said this weekend is baby girl soft life. So I put the baby.
Wow.
So you see, leave it that way. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you.
How's the family? How's everything?
I'm happy to be here. We're very fine.
Thank God you are not in Ibadan today.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now we're looking at embracing minimalistic lifestyle, and also understanding what it entails to have the joy of simplicity. what is simple life to you? What can we term to be a simple life? And how do we address our life in simplicity without having any border or any running into unwanted situation that will be finding difficult to bear or carry ourselves easily, like debts?
Well, to me, minimalism or simple lifestyle is as simple as being contented with the little you have.
Contentment. And
when we talk about contentment, it's not necessarily having all the basic necessities of life. The little you have, if you make wise use of the little resources you have, you are a contented person. You know, I've seen individuals who is lesser in material possession and is happier than somebody who has whatever you can think of a rich person. So it's not all about having millions of naira in your bank account. If you have 20,000 naira and you were able to manage it, to take care of yourself, you know the limitations, you don't go beyond your bounds. To me, that is the way I understand you know, minimalism and a simple lifestyle. And I've lived this lifestyle over the years.
So
you know, sometimes,
sometimes
some of my friends says I'm pretending. They know what, you know, you already mentioned that, trying to assess me by what I have. And that has been a simple life I've lived over the years. Even if I have surplus, I still believe that a time will come where you will be in need of things. So the little you have, if you preserve it well, then in times of want, you prepare yourself just like an ant that prepares for the raining day. Right? Good. So that's the way I live my life. Simple life, a life that is devoid of materialism, a life that is devoid of I want to be this person. You know. So when you are trying to be like someone else, you live a fake life. And that fake life can put you in a strained or a frustrated situation because you will not be able to meet up eventually, because that's a natural person.
Okay. I know the way you started by, you know, giving us a very soft landing, like some people will say parents are looking for soft landing. You and I know that we live in a society where people are judged based on what they see. Families would always assess you based on what they see around you. Now, and a lot of people feel like if you are not in that class of showcasing, number one, the respect that is naturally due according to you, you're not going to have it. We've seen that display over the years. You will see somebody who has, in fact, let me give you, because we are dealing with realistic situations. I have someone very close to me. He can, if they say somebody can buy somebody with his generation, but when you see him walk through this door,
you will not.
You can actually tell him, hey, get out. And he won't utter you. And so one day I had to ask, like, did you choose? He said because it had to do with his humble beginning, how he started, the foundation. And this is somebody that has money. In fact, sometimes we wear Dunlop. And so you can imagine somebody, if he, let's assume he is to approach a lady and he comes with
that
Dunlop,
kind of
dressing like that. I'm sure the lady will wash him from head to toe first, and if he say I will give you transport, not knowing that this one will take care of you
for life.
Like, do you understand now? How do we handle the societal, the family? Let's not go too far. How do we handle the family pressure that comes with people trying to meet up? Because sometimes you want to live a soft life. Like you just gave yourself an example. People are already saying, no, you're pretending. You want to remain in this lane. But family is pushing you here and there. Pressure. How do you manage all of this and still accomplish that your purpose of maintaining a soft life? Because somehow somebody will expose you. How do you manage that? Yes, somebody will expose you someday.
All right. I think I need to establish the facts that minimalism, simply put, has to do with trying to understand your situation and you live within it. You know, if I will use my family as an example, my wife, she understands, you know, me very well, as especially as regards you know, my material needs. Do you understand? And my possession too. You see, when you are a man who don't regularly communicate with your wife,
Your partner.
or with your partner, there will always be a problem. So we have this regular communication. If there's a communication gap, she doesn't understand when you have, she doesn't understand when you don't have, there will always be a problem. So first there must be regular communication. So where you are in need or where you don't have, she understands. I understand the fact that there are some women, sorry to say, even if they understand you don't have, they will put pressure on you. And that is why you see some men who don't understand themselves going extra, well, it's good to go extra mile, even, you know, the Holy Book is in support of it, that if anyone does not provide for his family,
It's worse than an infidel.
it is worse than an infidel. Another translation is worse than a person without faith. That understanding is there. But if you as a man, you understand yourself very well, you will not be pressured by any woman or by anybody or anybody in your society. So understand yourself very well and live according to that understanding. Yes, I mentioned regular communication with your partner as a man, for example, as the head of the family. The wife too should have that clear understanding. All right, and it should be vice versa. The husband should understand the wife should understand the husband. If there's a regular communication, and then you know, I don't believe my wife, we don't have this understanding that it has to be one person that should provide for the basic necessities of life. It has gone beyond that.
Okay.
In this 21st century,
I want to believe
it's a...
Doctor, I want to believe that it didn't start on this note.
Okay.
With your wife.
No, we didn't start on
You
that.
have to grow
to that stage.
to that stage.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for this word on marble. We'll be right back. So we need to go for this break. Let's go for our word on marble. We'll be right back while I will cook up a question for Dr. Kayode Adeogun. Our word on marble says minimalism is not about having less. It's about making room for more of what, you know, matters. More of what matters. We're not saying you should not hustle. You should not make hence meat. You should just stay by gari or stay by rice or stay by, you know, one room apartment. No, minimalism is far beyond what we're looking at. What we're looking at is comfort, peace of mind. You'll be able to make room for what matters. You need a house. It saves you money when you have your own house. You'll not be paying large sums of money at the end of the year to a landlord who is not giving you all the facilities or the necessary needs that the apart that you're paying so much for is needed. Okay, so doctor, before we went on that break, we've been talking with Dr. Kayode Adeogun, and we'll be talking about embracing minimalism lifestyle and also understand the simplicity and the joy that comes with it. Okay, doctor, you were saying something and I was about to ask you. I'm sorry, I'm going to cook up a question for you. Now I want to believe that you and your wife did not arrive at that soft safe landing or easy and common way of communication. It started a step after another, one at a time. And because our Friday is dedicated to you, we want to hear the voice. We want them to, you know, understand that we have all the ample time for to express themselves. And when they are going wrong, we can also bring them back, correct them. What are the risks that is involved when young couples, maybe in their 25, marrying to a 25 or 23, marrying to 25, or, you know, we have them young these days, get married and decide to spend their life together. And many believe that if they don't see us carry 4-wheel drive. You know, we have not arrived now. We can't carry jalopy here and there. You know, we need to, my husband carry his own, I carry my own and all that. You know, everybody is expressing themselves the best way. We have arrived. My husband is loaded. You know, my wife is educated. She can also make her own money. She's doing business and she's doing well. Our children were the best. We need to have a branded name, you know, that comes with this. This is a designer shirt that Joy is wearing, and they must, if possible, they will see the tag, that tag that comes with it. Now, the time they were wearing clothes like that, that will have the tag apart from the name of the company or the brand, to still carry the tag. So the kind of youth we have, the 24th century kind of youth will want, you know, minimalistic bitibao. Yeah, men will say we need to be prudent, but how do we explain this to them? What, you know, that there are risks involved when you spend judiciously or carelessly. Can you please help us?
Okay, yeah, I will start by saying contentment is very important, and being contented, there's a saying, anonymous saying, that contentment is not about having everything, but making the best of everything you have. We understand the fact that there's a pressure everywhere. You want to feel among, you know, especially among your contemporaries. Or let's take, for instance, you have an alumni party where you just need to be there to show off to your old school friends that you've arrived.
Yes, sir.
Do you get it? But in the long run, it makes you, at the end of the day, get frustrated, especially if you are not meeting up to standard. You know, back to your question, for our youth or for the young couple, I would want to advise that we talk about living a simple lifestyle. It's all about embracing simplicity. And when we talk about simplicity, it gives you a healthier life. It reduces stress. Apart from reducing stress, it also makes you to be a good example to others. Someone who understands life and live life the way it should be lived. Now, what do I mean by this? You understand the nature of your work, or you understand the income you have, and you spend beyond what you earn. What are you calling for? Problem in the long run. So if you earn a certain amount of money, spend less than what you earn. It's advisable you spend less than what you earn.
Why?
You spend less than what you earn, you'll be able to save, one, and secondly, I'll use the word, put you on the soft landing when you are having difficulty, especially financially, to meet up with you, because you already have savings for precautionary reason. So you manage the little resources you have, so that if there is need for scarcity, you'll be able to cover up for that scarcity. So for our youth, especially for the married ones, when you are contented with the little you have, it gives you peace of mind. You will not go beyond what you should when it comes to managing your possession.
Okay, doctor. Inside of me, one mind is saying, the other mind is saying, the economy situation. Let's start from saving. Is the salary and even enough to solve their problems than to talk of saving for whatever rainy day? That's a story for another day. Now, on the subject matter for today, you look at the fact that I feel that the earlier we start looking around, especially our youths, for the kind of partners we want, the better for us. So I won't blame any lady that says, I want a wealthy man to come marry me. I believe if you're not wealthy, you shouldn't go to her.
Yeah.
Now, where majority of the problem is, you know, can't afford the lifestyle. You've seen this person as a single person affording certain things for herself, and then you come to her, you want to marry her, and then you want to bring her to come and manage, to now be minimizing with
The
you.
little
The
you
little.
have.
Just saying that it's better, let's have a soft landing. If marry, who will minimize with you first, leave those ones that will go on the other distance. Because we live in a society where the youths don't want to hear. The single girls out there, they want to use the bag that, you know, somebody that have worked and worked and worked and worked, like to say there is stage for everything. If I'm using a bag of 200,000, automatically that means where that one came from, there is more.
Okay.
And my question is, and it still boils down to, how do we understand and come to that term of minimizing? When you talk about contentment, you said something, you say living within your means. Somebody will say, I can live within my means in a mansion. I have a duplex. I have 3 cars. And that is his own contentment. And he's looking towards it. Is there a basic when it comes to contentment? People that are living in one room, self-contained, for them, as far as they are concerned, they are not contented. So there's that struggle, that
You know, to me.
So when we talk about minimizing, what exactly are we looking at? Is it minimizing in terms of a summer holiday and I'm saying take me out of the country, and I know you can afford it, take myself out of it, is to give us a little bit of, let's experience what is happening there. It's still within what you can provide. Am I being unreasonable or I'm not minimizing? So when we talk about minimizing, let's understand what we are dealing with and what we want to minimize in the first place. A lady that wants a bone straight and you that need to ask her out and she's asking for bone straight. What do you want to minimize? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Because we are dealing with youths. And let it not sound as if they want us, hey, these people have come again. No, they say we should now start minimizing. What exactly are we minimizing?
It's important to mention that to minimize, you need to understand the difference between your needs and wants.
God bless you.
Now, you mentioned that I approach you as a lady, I understand the kind of life you live. So if I want to approach any lady as a single person, for instance, I must understand what the person wants. So that tomorrow, if you request one straight, like you rightly mentioned, you request for this, so you know that I've already entered it. This is what I'm into. Like she mentioned, my wife, we didn't start that way. She eventually understood why the marriage was, as in why in the marriage, the importance of how to minimize, you know, spendings. She is not this type that spends anyhow anyway. But when we got married, she understands, like I mentioned to you, the importance of communication. I regularly communicate to her, oh, babe, this is what I have. I don't have this. I don't have that. So she understands. So when you are coming into any relationship, understand who that person is. That helps you to live, you know, a stress-free life. Okay, one who lives in a one-room apartment, for example, may want to expand or, you know, move to a better apartment, 2-bedroom flats that will be more comfortable, possibly after having 1 or 2 kids. That does not necessarily mean that they are not contented. You know, situation warrant that. So, and when situation warrants that, you need to think out of the box. Thinking out of the box here now means that, okay, how can I increase my income? That's why it's important. I don't know if it is advisable to mention it here. I wrote a book where I emphasize on the importance of having streams of income to manage your expenses. You know, your sources of, of income needs to be increased. So one way to manage the situation you mentioned is first understand the partner or who you are dealing with. and that helps you to manage the situation, when it comes.
Okay, manage the situation. At what time do we now start doing this planning? Before we get married, before we go into a relationship, or because we have some parents who who haven't taken it into cognizance to actually train their children. They missed it. It wasn't their fault, and they believe it was too late for them to now bring them into the understanding when they are like 18, 20, or 21. And already they are adults, so it will be a bit difficult for you to now start telling an adult, children of today, youth of today will like, some of them, not all, like, mom, but it's my, I'm the one that, so at what time can we really bring them to this planning, to this understanding that there's joy in the simplicity of one's way of living, the lifestyle you want to walk into? At what time do we start planning this?
There's this, I'm sorry, I'm not a religious person, I'm a Christian. There's this biblical saying that says that if train up a boy in the way he should go, so that when he grows
He will
up,
not depart from
he
it.
will not depart from it.
Yeah.
So right from home, even before they even think of getting married, that's one of the mistakes some of our parents make. Yes, we understand that parenting lifestyle back in the days, corporal punishment is not applicable today. If you engage in that, or if you do that as a means to parenting or training your child, you see it has been wicked. All right, there are better ways the children can be nurtured or trained. So right from home, before they get married, my daughter should be my first girlfriend. I don't know if you get that. I should be her first boyfriend. But what do we see today? They prefer to relate with an outsider. They prefer to relate maybe with your neighbor.
Because there was no relationship.
There was no relationship. There was
no time. There was no bonding.
No connection. The bonding is not there. So right from home, train them, let them be aware of what is expected of them in the society, and when eventually they get married. You see, another challenge I also notice is parenting is a skill. Some people believe they can be a parent as soon as maybe if somebody, impregnate a woman.
We have many. We have babies.
You must get married to each other. So we have baby adults. So they never learn what it means to be a parent. So parenting is a skill. We have school of parenting. In fact, I have a friend who has a parenting school where parents are trained on strategies of being an effective father, an effective mother, and how you can be responsible in that responsibility.
Okay, so at what time?
At what time? Like I mentioned, I said right
those who have missed it.
Those who are
you have mentioned right from the home. Now we're talking about those who are already grown ups.
Okay.
In their feet, they're 18, 20, 25, 30. Who does not have a way and manner on lifestyle of planning? How do we now tell them this is when you're supposed to have started your planning, but now these are the things you can do? Can you help us with that?
Well, mistakes can come any stage in life. Yeah, the mistakes have been made. When you make mistakes, you admit it. The question is, do you admit the fact you are ignorant of this? Are you ready to learn? If the readiness is there, how many adults are teachable today? So when you are teachable, if you are ready to learn, the next thing is humble yourself to learn from those who have gone before you, to learn through the road. So the humility will make you to approach someone you see as a role model, to learn how to live a healthier life and how to live a life devoid of being pressured to conform to the society.
Doctor, because we are running out of time, there's a particular question I want you to clearly differentiate. What's the difference between stinginess and minimizing?
Okay.
We have a lot of men that are naturally stingy. Naturally. Not because they want to minimize.
Okay.
They are just
Just stingy. Even when they get to that point.
Now
the truth is, you get to a point where you know that you can afford certain things for your wife. As you are, you don't need to wait for her to ask. Because she has passed through that road of minimizing
with you.
But a stingy man knows and will still say, because she's used to minimizing. Let her
So
minimize.
I don't need to bother myself.
What is the striking difference between stinginess and minimizing? Let's put that clearly so that you don't become stingy and say she's minimizing. We are minimizing. You have food, you have economically children dividing egg into two, and there are crates of egg in the name of
the economy. Yes,
we have families like that.
Yes,
what's the
families
difference?
like that.
Because of that time, stinginess and minimizing.
Stingy, simply put, you have fruits here, a lot of them, but you prefer to pick this and share it into pieces and give it to and you have enough, you have surplus
that can go through. Kayode can take, Johnson can
everybody
take,
can go
take,
around.
I can
It's
take.
very obvious that you have enough that can go around. No, there are better ways you can save. So that's stinginess. In the midst of surplus, you are denying others their rights. All right. But minimizing is it now goes to what you mentioned, saving for the raining day. You have enough of this, and you can divide it into bits. Oh, let's pick one of this. Take one each,
and keep the remaining.
Until maybe there's need
for it.
So minimizing also involves reducing waste. Do you get it? When you reduce, you have it surplus, and you still believe that lest you make do with what we need at that moment. That's minimizing. Stingy, like I mentioned, is very surplus, but you are still there's some individual, they can't. I have a friend anyway, without mentioning him.
Of course.
He has enough in his pocket, but he will still deny himself of eating just a meal.
What a life.
And when this, I think it's fine, so that it will not look as if I'm trying to share.
What a life. No.
Because
it happens.
Realistic.
That's
is a family. It happens. You will see some families, they do know that they can eat a good meal.
And they deny the father, for example, deny
the children.
Okay, now let's talk about school. Schools resume anytime soon.
Round off,
anytime very, very soon.
Yeah.
There are some parents, they are thinking of changing their children's school, not because the previous one
wasn't good.
In fact, the children possibly had good results in the last section that ended recently, but because they just want to belong, they want to feel among.
And maybe they increase their salary, or they have a big contract.
So I think the best thing is
you move from Ajegule, you now move out to GRA immediately.
So those doing the Calabar.
So you can imagine that. What happens if the contract is not coming as expected?
Of course, contract don't come consistently now.
So
you must have it at the back of your mind.
Being stranded, and when you are stranded, you'll be frustrated. They will start asking for school fees. The pressure will start setting in. Before you know, depression. Now, have you taken time to ask yourself? I took my time to look at the rate of death in recent time. It's between the ages of 30 to 60 years, 35 to 60 years. Those very few individuals that are in their 70s, 80s. So that goes to show that living a very simple life.
We are rounding off, Doctor, and we just need you to give a 60-second advice to our viewers out there who are watching, who may not know the right step in the right direction when we talk about simplicity.
Okay. So we've talked about minimalism, the importance of it, not just in the family, but in every facet of our lives. The importance of contentment is important. Make do with the little you have. And another important thing within the family, the importance of regular communication. Couples need to communicate regularly. If there is a communication gap, that is where the pressure will come in. You know, recently I was jokingly telling my wife that you are doing contribution here, you are doing contribution here. Do you understand? She's actually preparing or saving for the rainy day as other women would want to do. Do you get the points? Sometimes if I don't have anything, she's always there to support.
That's what women
so there's always
women are good in that area.
If that communication is there, the understanding to make do with what you have, and also for your partner to understand with you. I'm not talking about being stingy. If you are stingy, your wife will know you are stingy.
Definitely.
And will want to pressure you.
Definitely.
To bring out the little you have. So
you
let's
very
pay
much,
attention
Doctor.
to this as families. And also, if you are single, the importance of contentment cannot be overemphasized.
Thank you
very
so much, Dr. Kayode Adeogun. Thank you. We
I
appreciate your
it.
comment.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Okay, for those of you that have just listened to the show this morning, I would love you to do me a favor this weekend. Share it on all your platforms, especially those preparing for Owambe. Some women, Owambe 80K, you're buying Ankara, you're buying Ashibi. You do makeup, you buy Ashibi 80K, you do makeup, you pay, at the end of the day, you wash that face. You do makeup 50,000, you wash it. That's waste of money, you know. Minimize so that you live a very peaceful, easy, soft life. You know, like Olori will say, I owe nobody, easy going, okay. So on that note, this weekend, yes, you know, we are living the soft life. The baby gets soft life. So call me for that one, babe. But I'm not buying a shoe. I'm coming to eat your food.
Okay, tomorrow is going to be another wonderful day as a beautiful lady, Tolulope Oladende, will be getting hooked up with Ayodeji Allen. Okay, so we wish you the very best of marriage life, even as you come together as one. And to everyone who will be getting married tomorrow or having your anniversary or birthday celebration over the weekend, wish you very best, and we pray that this weekend will be the best of the best for you. On that note, hope to see you next week because it's going to be a joy season. Okay, so thank you to everyone from the social media to the camera unit to the MCR to our editors, thank you. To our HOP, thank you. To our SM, thank you. And to the President, Galaxy Television, Chief Steve Ojo. Thank you so much. And to everyone watching us all over the world, wish you the very best of this weekend. We love you. We appreciate you. My name is Remain Olori Adejoke David. Hope to see you next week. By the grace of God, we love you. Bye for now.